Homelessness affects everyone in every city, in every town, and every community in this country. Joining me today is Sarah Thomas, the manager of housing for Circle of Eagles Lodge Society. Sarah, tell me about the situation here in Vancouver for people that are homeless or otherwise known as houseless.
Well, the crisis right now is really bad. A lot of the shelters are full and they have no places to go. The tents at Oppenheimer are starting to come. So on Friday, there was 3 to 4 tents that people are staying in, and they have no place to go. All the shelters are full. All the places that they can go are they have nowhere to go.
Here behind us is a great view of the city of Vancouver, otherwise known as one of the most expensivest places to rent in all of North America. Let's talk about your frustration in trying to house people with this market that we're in right now.
Well, a lot of the brothers and sisters that we work with are on income assistance, so they basically get $500 a month for shelter costs. The going rate for bachelor suite or a studio is $1,750. So in order for anybody in Vancouver to be able to afford it is having roommates. And in a bachelor suite, there's no bathroom, or there's no bedrooms, there's no privacy. So you'd have to rent with 4 other people to be able to accommodate the rent, and not everyone can afford that. So all the places that are available, they can't afford, and the market rentals for a 2-bedroom even starting at $2,500. So where are people going? I have families that are living in their cars. There's no shelter spaces and no safe place for people to go. So one of the things that I really recognize is that we're in a crisis, and there's people coming from other provinces to come to Vancouver, and there's no place to go. So I have a lot of people that are living in subsidized housing and that are struggling even still because they can't afford the subsidized amounts either.
I mean, many people think, Vancouver is the climate is quite warm compared to the rest of Canada in the winter, but they don't know about our rain season, and when you get wet, it's really hard to warm up. I mean, it does get really cold once you're wet. Another frustration I've heard from people on the streets is, going into the shelters, where do they put their stuff? There's nowhere to store their personal belongings in risk of getting it stolen or losing it somehow. What needs to happen here, Sarah? Because I hear your frustration. I hear it from the people on the streets. What needs to happen right now to help those people?
We need to get more increased funding to support the communities that we're working with, because we need to even have a hotel program or some kind of support program that can help benefit people getting into shelters or even housing. BC housing isn't building fast enough. I have BC Indigenous housing. It takes a couple weeks or months to get in to after the interview. So where do people go? They go to the streets, and even in this cold weather, it was -1 the other night, and all of our brothers and sisters are freezing out there. They have no warm place to go. The warming centers are so far and few between, so they have no place to go. So they need better equipped places that they can open the doors to, because a lot of our brothers and sisters are freezing out on the streets right now.
Sarah, we really appreciate your time, and thank you so much for all that you do for those people. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Back to you in the studio.